our feature presentation.
This is Ed McMahon. And now, here's Andrew.
Andrew Z. Call up that Andrew Z. I said Andrew Z. In the morning, it's time to wake up. Andrew Z. In the morning, yeah. Come on.
What is up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to the show. It is Wednesday, December 9th, 2020, the year of our Lord. We got a full house today. Demetrius Nicodemus, of course. Eastside, Southside, Gina. Chris Tiefel. You got the Donny. The Donny.
Oh, yeah.
And, ladies and gentlemen, returning after a month-long or so absence, someone said, holy shit, Denny is back. It's Denny Crumb, everybody!
There he is.
Andrew Z. In the morning.
Anyone else curious what the beanie is hiding?
Wait till we can't hear you. Wait till the theme song is done. What'd you say?
Anyone else curious what the beanie is hiding?
Yeah, pull that beanie off. What you got on under there?
Nah, it's not too bad.
He's got glorious hair.
Whoa. Look how long that is.
Who wears a
God
beanie
damn.
in the house?
You look like the drummer from Smash Mouth. Hey now, you're an all-star.
I was gonna say,
said, like me and Demetrius are both wearing beanies now. It's cold.
I was like, who wears a beanie in the house? I looked in the next square and fucking Demetrius has a beanie on.
Yeah.
Two of these things are not like the other. Two of these things just isn't the same.
The whole 30-year show doesn't wear a beanie.
Yeah. So what's going on, everybody? First of all, I want to say Sugar will be back. She got a new schedule, so she's working that out. So she will be back. Don't worry. Sugar is definitely still doing things. I think Ivory's going to join us later for some Hood Rat horoscopes. Her rat astrology coming up.
You just changed the name of her segment like daily. it's Hood Rat. It's Ratchet. It's always something.
It's very fluid. That's the beauty of the bit.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Demetrius, everyone's feeling a little bad for you yesterday. How are you feeling today, man? I know it was a rough Monday.
Monday was, but I tell you, when you have such a rough Monday, everything is better the next day.
I know.
Like if you get shot on Monday and then you wake up on Tuesday, you're like, shit, I didn't get shot today. So it's a good day. Like everything was when you start on the bottom, everything's a little bit better the next day.
You know,
I like that.
I always enjoy it when I wake up not shot.
It's my favorite.
Of course you would. You run the biggest risk lurking outside of people's windows.
Here in Texas, I'd be a little more worried.
He's not a small target.
If you were in our morning show yearbook, you would be most likely to get shot outside of somebody's window. For sure.
Hasn't happened yet.
Well, good for you. But you feeling better, bro? You feeling better, D?
I am. I'll tell you what, there's nothing better. I've been in this like country music kind of groove lately.
Nice.
Like where I'm like, I listen to like people whose lives actually suck in songs. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. I'm not missing my Christmas shoes. I'm good.
That is the beauty of country music. At least you're not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I've been really feeling this One Number Away song by Luke Combs. I just been playing the shit out of it lately.
Does it have to do with the lottery at all?
No. Yeah, that's close.
Dude, Colleen, speaking of lottery or lucky or whatever, dude, she plays these games online.
Yeah.
And she wins all the damn time. Like at first, I'm not a big gambler. Money's tight. I don't like wasting money. But there came a point where I couldn't even stop her anymore because she won a PlayStation 5.
Wow.
Ah.
She won one of those giant electric cars that kids wear, the kids ride,
A power wheel.
yeah, like a Power Wheel. She won a Power Wheel, which is like $300. She won another PlayStation 5. She's won like 20 purses.
What are you trying to sell that PlayStation for, Andrew?
She already we took the cash they give you a cash option. So
you took the buyback instead of taking the PlayStation?
Dude, the buyback was $1,200.
It's a PlayStation.
It's double retail.
Have you even seen the graphics on Spider-Man Miles Morales?
Only one that would ask for that says that's not a good deal is the guy that's making Chrysler money. Everyone else is like, Jesus, double the retail.
But aren't you the guy who posted on Facebook like 5 days ago going, hey, does anyone know where I can get a PlayStation 5?
Because I knew I could sell them for 12. If I could get one for 5, 6, 7, or 8, then I'll sell it for 12.
So you weren't looking for yourself or to make your children's Christmas magical.
No,
hell no. Looking no. Screw you, sir. You're part of the problem.
She took the money back both times?
Yes.
So she wasn't even playing for the PlayStation. She was just playing for the money the whole time.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
I really hate people who, like, I call these people like novice gamblers. Those people who play games, go to casinos. I take chances with my life, bitch. That's what I do. I take chances with life choices.
That's right.
That's how I gamble. I look up at God every day and say, hey, I won.
We go all in every day, D. We go all in.
I live on the south side, so I feel like if I go gamble at the casino and win, then I get shot at home. Like I can't have all the luck. Like
I one time I was at Hollywood Casino and I won a pretty sizable amount of money, and they tried to give it to me in just cash.
Denny's our professional gambler.
Yeah, it was about $11,000, and they tried to give it to me in cash, and I was like, no, I'm not walking out of here. I was like, what's on the other side of this river, right? Like, you guys, because when I won a similar amount of money out in Vegas, and they just transferred it out to my bank account, and and here I'm like, you guys can't just do a wire transfer. They don't do wire transfers at Hollywood Casino. Like they sent me out with like a check.
No, because when you decide to go, the gambling doesn't stop until you get to your door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, even if we can win another $1,000 back on his way out,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Win. If we transfer it, there's no chance of you playing anymore.
Yep.
Mr. Crumb is walking out the door. It's time to take him.
Yeah.
Get the mobile unit.
Turn up the sound in row 4. You got to get him on the way out.
Let's let all these old people who are on oxygen know he just won a lot of money.
For real. All right. So, Gina, I know what's going on with you and the elf on the shelf. What?
That fucking elf. First of all,
don't
do it.
Kids with teenagers. What do you have an elf on a shelf for?
Okay, no, they're not. I have my fosters here, and the 9-year-old.
They both know that there's no Christmas.
There's 3 of them, and that's the problem, Demetrius. Jeez, there's too many D's in this show. Demetrius,
Never.
that's you.
You haven't had this much D in your life since you were 22.
And this is good-looking D too.
Right.
Well, thank
all
you.
right.
I think
you.
Chris has to change his name to Chris Tiefel, and then Andrew D.
Andrew D.
Producer Dina.
Anyway, they haven't had the best Christmases for a few years, so I wanted to make sure we had the magic back in the house, still in the house. So I'm still doing this elf, and like at first I'm like, I'm gonna do it because I want to bring magic back and blah blah blah, and now I'm like, I hate this motherfucking elf. Fuck magic, fuck Christmas. Like, this elf has me so angry every day because I have to think of what to do with it.
I know.
So I want suggestions. I want you guys to try to help me figure out what to do with this elf. The elf has done a lot of things. It's toilet papered my house. It's
That's just irresponsible during a pandemic.
I have backup.
We need that
Criminal
toilet
act.
paper.
Yeah. You want to talk about my Chrysler money? Gina has toilet paper in her own house money.
I
She
have-
really balling during this pandemic.
I have backup toilet paper, you guys. I have backup toilet, so I use the backup toilet paper to do that.
Apparently, my sister has traumatized her child.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did you have to dip into the pet funeral money to get this extra TP?
Leave my pet funeral money alone. I'm being a responsible pet owner.
It sucks because our household, look, my kid's mother, my ex, is very organized, and we here are not so organized. So it sucks when you have to have competing situations, because she goes all out extravaganza, and there's days where ours didn't move for 3 days. I'm like, he was tired. He's like, you just forget. We're like, man, I forgot that fucking elf again. God.
It's the equivalent of your alarm clock not going off when you wake up and you sit up and you're like, oh, the fucking elf. Like,
and then the kids are like, why didn't the elf didn't move? You're like, oh man. He was tired.
So this is when the older ones come into play. So the older ones now, they'll say, oh, I forgot to tell you, I accidentally touched her yesterday.
Oh.
So they got my back on that, thankfully. But I guess it's coming up with this. So she's done the toilet paper. Right now she got out all their like little toys, and they're playing with the toys. She has a reindeer pet. They played Sorry. They bring candy. They brought cupcakes and frosting, and then they cooked. So like I got a bowl and just put a bunch of shit in it, like cereal, crackers, cheese, spices, like just Twizzlers. It was like a disgusting mix. So it looks like they cooked it, but then they brought the cupcakes and said, "You try." So they do fun things, but I'm just tired of thinking, you guys. I'm so like, and the internet, they want you to do these like massive things. Like it requires so much. Yeah, like you have to have like supplies. I don't have that. I need to wake up and do stuff with the elf. So tell me what to do with the elf today, because I have about an hour before this fucking elf has to move.
Well, you're too late. You're too late. The key is to start late. Like we're still waiting for the magic to get here, so we haven't started yet. So
I'm so dumb. I have the best intentions. Like every year, I'm like, oh, I love this. It's gonna be great. The day after Thanksgiving, and then like immediately, like 2 days later, and it's every year. I'm not bringing that stupid elf out until 2 weeks before Christmas, and every year I have like amnesia and forget.
You let yourself get into the fervor and the excitement of Christmas, so you want to pull it out early, kind of like the way Tiefel would have sex if he were having sex.
Yes. Pull it out early, get out early.
It's you just put out what you have right at the beginning, and if she accepts it, great. If she doesn't, then you're not out all that other effort.
This is Tiefel's suggestion, you guys. This is what...
the elf was delicious.
I'm fat. They'd totally blame me for that.
That's hysterical.
So Gina, do you feel like is the anxiety like the feeling of forgetting to take your birth control is the same as moving the elf?
No, because not moving the elf just results in disappointment. Not taking my birth control results in
also
having to do more shit.
Also results in disappointment.
Well, yeah, I don't know the elf thing. Just like Donny said, you bring it out for a week before, and you bring it out for 5 days. Go ahead, D.
Right now is the best time, because like without like our Kubi is our
I think I was on a swivel.
Yeah, because he's like right here, and well, he came in contact with somebody who had COVID, so right now he is literally in quarantine in a bowl with a mask on that says he can't move until the 14th. So he is done. I've literally knocked out 2 weeks of this thanks to this pandemic.
You're not supposed to do the whole Advent with the elf. You should restrict it, like Donnie's talking about, to like the last week and a half on there. You use
Yes,
the
we'll
advent
take your
calendar.
advice, kidless guy.
Hey, you know what?
He has an elf.
I'm smart enough to avoid having the kids in the first place.
Smart enough. Like it was an option.
Touche.
Yeah, right.
I had options, and then
That's
I got
how I
fat.
feel about people who are bisexual. They're like, you know, it's a choice. I'm like, no, it's not. You pretty much have been denied by everyone.
Or loved by everyone, if you want to look at it more
You know,
optimistically.
yeah.
You're just
I
trying to
can't get
open
them
up more
both.
options.
I don't want to choose.
That's right. That's right.
What's going on with you, Donny P?
Oh, nothing, man. Finally got the lights up, bro. This place is
What is
this place is
Looks
blinging.
I love it. I love the lights, and Donnie's got new hair.
The kids wanted to win Christmas. Like their competitive spirit is alive and well. They get it from Ashley. So when they come down the street, they want our house to be the brightest house on the block. So here, I'll give you guys a hint. I switched over to LED bulbs this year, and it made all the difference.
Did it really?
I bet.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're brighter. I mean, they're a little bit higher price point, but I mean, I shop at Walmart anyway, so I get a good deal on them. But yeah, they're like 4 times brighter than the lights we had last year.
Nothing that says screams Christmas and going to Walmart and getting lights made by Chinese kids who don't get Christmas. Thanks to that.
Yeah, they do.
Wow. We're up here, Andrew, and you just bring it down here.
You know, our dream, or because Colleen and I are both into it, but we're too lazy to actually put them up. But at one point when we have money, we want to do one of those ones like the Christmas light where they dance and you mirror them to the radio or whatever. And here's my idea. So check this out, you guys. It's a genius idea. And I got it from Knott's Berry Farm when I was a kid. So there at Knott's Berry Farm, there was a talking cowboy. It was an automated cowboy. It was like an animatronic or whatever.
Yeah.
So you would walk up to you'd stand at a shed, because one kid at a time, and then you'd walk up to the animatronic cowboy, and he knew your name and knew where you were from and knew your parents and knew your friends. Like you'd have a conversation with this freaking cowboy. And as a kid, you're like, what the hell? I don't understand. Well, later you find out that the parents are back at the shed feeding this dude information. So, you didn't know that at the time. So what I think would be cool is you put a Santa in the window, and he talks through the radio because you put it on 105 whatever or 97 or whatever the hell it is, and the parents would text you information about the kids, and then so when they pull up to the house, then Santa's having a conversation. Hello, Johnny. I see that you were bad yesterday and you hit your sister. Just stuff. I think that would be cool to blow people's mind. Like that's it, with giant lights and they're dancing. And dude, that's what I want to do when I have money.
Sure, Andrew talks about bringing all the little children to his home, and everyone thinks it's cute and funny. I try to do something, and suddenly there's like restraining orders and court cases.
14-12.
Is it really?
Tiefel, you really are a serial killer, aren't you?
No.
But does anyone?
That'd be too obvious.
Like so, I think Donnie and I are both like into that fun stuff of big lights and things. But Donnie actually follows through with it. So
Yeah.
Okay, so I
love the idea.
Question.
Go ahead, Ivory. Yes.
So, have you guys heard about these houses that are like synced to do like light shows and stuff outside? Like, is there like a list of? I thought I saw like a list of houses that are like synced to do that you could just pull up and enjoy a light show.
Yeah, I'll post it on our page.
Have you not done that? Have you not done that before, Ivory?
Not really. Last year, Christmas was a little different last year. We were going through like a really huge family transition. So, it was just pretty much focused on making sure the kids had a good time. So we didn't really get a chance to get involved in a lot of the Christmas activities to do. But, I do Christmas crafts with them. Elf on the Shelf, I don't do because I hardly remember where my 3-year-old is at times. So I forget about the elf. The kids end up, using the elf to as a action figure.
There's like 12 or 15 houses in the Northwest Ohio area that coordinate their lights to sound, to music, and then you just pull up and turn your radio on, and then you get to enjoy the light show. And every year we take all the kids out and we go to like 4 or 5 houses, and takes like 5 or 6 hours, and we get snacks, and it's always a lot of fun. It's kind of a tradition thing that we do. So I'm looking forward to that. And we did get a list that Gina will post because I can't remember who put it in the group, but we do have the list.
I thought Ivory did, but I guess not.
Oh,
Did I?
oh, yeah, I don't know who it was. Go ahead, Tiefel.
Ever since I was even a teenager, I have been unable to like do those tours of lights. Like my parents try to take you out and go look at all the pretty lights, and all I can think of is who's paying that electric bill.
Right.
Like these MRFers can afford to waste hundreds of dollars on their electric bill. Meanwhile, I'm eating spaghetti for the 3rd time this week.
Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with spaghetti 3 times a week.
Yeah, living large, bro.
I know. I love.
It's like a cheap meal. It's like a cheap meal at home that you have to do, or
What's
like
the
my
matter?
mom's favorite slop on rice. It's basically just hamburger gravy on rice.
What's going on, D? What's the matter?
Denny.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
Which D? Which D are we talking?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I saw Denny raise his hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Danny.
Oh well, I was just going to say that over the weekend, my fiance and I took we took the kid up to the Michigan Motor Speedway thing up in Brooklyn,
that's cool.
Michigan, and like they got all kinds of really cool displays. You drive through it, like it takes like a half hour to get through it. So I would suggest if people like lights, like that was one of the coolest light displays I've ever seen.
Ooh, I want to do that. I have too many kids though. I can't. I need a bus.
No, you need to take them in shifts.
And it's lazy where it's drive through, right? You don't have to walk it. Like that's the problem with the lights at the zoo, is you still have to make the long ass walk, go over the bridge, and
it's drive through.
Yeah,
and,
I love it.
And they tell you where the Christmas station is up there, so you can turn it on with the Christmas music while you're driving. It's really cool.
Send me info on that, Donny.
Okay.
MIS. Go to their website, Gina.
Did I tell you guys what happened when we went to the zoo or no? I don't think we got to it.
Oh
Next
no,
time.
you went last weekend, huh?
Yeah, last weekend I think it was. Yeah, and I kind of knew it was going to be tough when like when you're throughout the day. It was a Sunday and you're getting kind of tired. Everyone's like kind of getting worn down, and it's not even dark yet. And it's like, how are we going to do this? Is kind of a big deal. Like you said, you've got a park on the north side, so you've got that whole area over there. Then you got to cross the bridge. Well, before we even got to the bridge, I had this genius idea where it was like, I was like, I'll get him some hot chocolate. You know what I mean? That'll kind of give him some like a bunch of sugar, like a boost.
Yeah.
And we made the decision not to bring a wagon or anything or a stroller, and because our kids are like, they're in that like, what do you call it, like that
Like
right in between phase, where they're almost almost old enough to walk the whole distance, but then there's a couple that are still young that need that 10 minutes in, they're like, can you carry me? And I'm like, oh man, we're just getting started. So I was like, I'll get in some hot chocolate. Well, the youngest took a sip without testing it and burnt her tongue on the hot chocolate, and that turned into like an hour long.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do now? Like, so it's like, okay, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna feel better. So she's crying. We're walking. We get to the bridge. Like, she won't close her mouth. So there's like just drool like falling out like onto like her jacket. So we had a 15-minute family meeting on one of the benches on the bridge. Like, all right, guys, are we gonna do this? Like, are we gonna? Because on the other side of that bridge is a bunch of lights and a lot more walking. Or we can head back. Call it a loss. Maybe try it again sometime. So we decided to give it a go. I think we stayed like another hour, and Melania and I went on the ice slide, which was terrifying, but we ended up having some fun. But it was just one of those nights that everything was going wrong. I bought a beer at one of the stands, and I went to set it down, and those tables have like the grating in it, and so I set it down, and it just flopped right over and spilled. And then the line was like 30 minutes long. I'm like, this night is not working.
I already waited in line and paid the $8 for the beer. I'm not going to wait in line again.
Right. So
here's the frustrating part with kids is when something happens, they don't know how to roll with it, because you're going to ruin everyone's day. They'll torpedo the fucking night.
They don't give a shit about your day.
If something happens
Kids
to them,
definitely make the worst memories. Kids make the worst memories. Remember that one time we went on vacation and you almost drowned? You know, like shit like that. Like, come on, man.
Remember the lights is going to remember the awe and the inspiring, and the parents are going to remember how shitty the kids were.
Oh my God, I forgot another part of it. Ashley almost got in a fight with some teenagers.
What is going on in the world?
If you cussed out your phone,
Ashley?
One of them, yeah. So one of them, like, we were walking and we, like, the kids were we were like leaving. It was really packed, and one of the kids like kind of walked in front of somebody, and so one of them said something like really nasty, and the kids didn't hear it, but Ashley did. Luckily I didn't hear it too, because I mean that could have been bad as well. But so Ashley like started going off. The kids took off, and basically it was just everyone's crying. We fight our way to the car. So the whole car ride home was silent, and then I pulled in the drive and I go, well, we're home.
Beginning to look a lot like Christmas,
right?
So I would have been a little different if my kid burnt their mouth and then didn't want to walk anymore. I would have been like, it's not your fucking feet. Come on, let's go. Like it's cold out. Open your mouth. It'll cool it down. We got to go. I spent $125 to be here. You are going to pretend like you enjoy this.
I bet. Do you have a pass? It's different if you paid for the night or if you have a season pass.
No, we don't. We paid for it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we have one ticket. I have one free ticket.
No, not for Lights Before Christmas.
Yeah,
it's not free. No,
no, it is if you have the pass. It is. I got unlimited. I just got it. They have unlimited visits. That's why I bought it, because it was going to cost me.
But you can only go once with a family membership. You can only go one time to the Lights Before Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the way it used to be, but this year they changed it to unlimited visits. It's right big on the website. Because that's the whole reason I bought it, because the one visit to the lights is going to cost me more than the membership. So I just bought the membership.
Well, why would you need more than one visit?
I know.
Mm-hmm.
because I have 8,000 children and I have to take them in shifts. Tiefel.
The lights. We haven't been in a few years. We went. We've been a couple times, but I haven't been in a few years to that thing. We do the drive-through one. To me, the lazy way. It's warmer.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's so much better.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so let's talk about yesterday. Big news. And some people called it, but the Ohio State Michigan game has been canceled due to the Rona.
Oh,
whatever. Those Michigan bitches, man.
I have so much to say if you want me to.
Man, let me just those. And here's the thing, my father-in-law called this 3 weeks ago because he was like, he goes, Jim Harbaugh is a bitch, and he will do whatever it takes to make sure that he puts, at least somehow, he has some kind of effect on an Ohio State football season. And so this is what happened. And then he goes out, and the whole athletic department last week was like, there's no way in hell this is going to happen. I can't believe that Kirk Herbstreit would even suggest such a thing. This school lives for this game. We will never cancel this game. And then they cancel it. And then they start talking about adding a 2-year extension to this douchebag's contract. Are you kidding me?
And Kirk Herbstreit had to apologize for suggesting that the Rona was going to get the game. They made him apologize because he got so much backlash. They're like, that's not going to happen. How dare you say something like that?
100 years. 100 years.
Go ahead, Danny.
This is, and I'm for the record, I'm completely impartial here. I'm not an Ohio State fan. I'm not a Michigan fan. But this is the worst Michigan team in, not exaggerating, at least the last 80 years. And they were going to be demolished by this Ohio State team. It was not going to be fair. I'm talking about Vegas opened up at a 30-point line, and any smart bettor is taking Ohio State minus 30. It was going to be a bloodbath. You're talking about Justin Fields, who's going to be the second quarterback taken in the NFL draft. He was going to he was going to have 5 touchdown passes against this team. This Michigan team was going to get demolished. They did not want to play this game. Now, I'm not saying Michigan canceled it because they're ducking Ohio State. I'm not going to say that.
I will.
There are legitimate COVID cases inside the Michigan program.
Who actually canceled it?
Michigan.
Go ahead, Gina.
No team that has had the Rona has canceled 2 weeks in a row. No team has done that. Not a single one. It's all been 1 week because that gives them 2 weeks to recover. And you're going to tell me that Michigan, the week before the Ohio State game, suddenly has to cancel 2 fucking weeks in a row? Fuck you, Harbaugh. No.
They were still getting positive tests this week, though. Like, you know,
Well, he probably went and coughed on him. I don't think anybody would sit there and say that that's not a possibility, that this is bullshit.
I don't follow this stuff either, but I do remember when Harbaugh took over the team, it was huge fanfare. Like, oh my God, he's going to be the savior of the Michigan football program. And everyone knows he's got to be a good coach. I think he's a good coach. He's not good at Michigan. So what they should do is trade him to the Lions.
Okay, yeah, you really don't want trouble.
Now you need to fuck off all the way.
What?
Because the Lions have a hard enough time. Leave us alone.
Here's the thing. Jim Harbaugh caught lightning in a bottle when he was at Stanford. He recruited Andrew Luck, who was the best college prospect quarterback since Peyton Manning. And then he left that job to go to take the San Francisco job. The 49ers had been drafting in the top 5 for the last 5 years and just stacking good talent. And he got lucky and took them to a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Jim Harbaugh is not a good coach.
Really? He's not a good coach. He's been
in Michigan 5 years.
He's getting paid.
And then to move him to college sports where like there's a total different kind of motivation and a way that you can talk to these kids, like from NFL to college. Like, dude, you weren't even a good quarterback when you were there.
So there you go. That's the big news that came out of our area yesterday. There's not going to be any. As if 2020 can't get any fucking worse.
Yes, 2020 has equivalently been about 67 months long.
It really has, man. We just need to get through this year, and hopefully 2021. You know, the first quarter we get some vaccines in our arms, or they call them jabs over in England.
Jabs.
They call
I call something totally different jabs.
Did you get your jabby?
Yeah, get your jabby. Yes,
absolutely. I got my jabby and I smoked a fag while I was doing it. Well, remove your mask. I want to see your jabby.
Wow. No, I'm just joking. Not that type of smoke, huh?
Dude, you know, when I get it, if I'm one of the first ones, which I'm not going to be.
You won't be.
I want to sign up for a program where I can be a tester. But if I was one of the first ones, I'd just start breathing on people. Sorry, man, and they're like, "Oh, what the fuck? It's cool. I got the vaccine."
You can probably start coughing in public again, right?
I know.
Oh, I can't wait to just let out a big sneeze and everyone just cheer me on. Like, we're gonna applaud each other. Like, yeah.
I saw somebody posting the other day about how weird it was. You know, looking back, how we used to like eat cake after somebody just blew all over it,
right?
And everything. Like,
so true. Not during COVID-19. Throw the whole fucking takeaway.
I know. For my kid, we had to do cupcakes because you only blow on one. You don't want the COVID all over, the Rona all over everything.
You guys, I remember the first time I shook hands, like over the summer, the first time I shook a hand at work in like 4 months. It was like an experience. Like I felt like, it was like, I don't want to say it was like intimate, but it was like right there. You know, we shook hands and we looked at each other. I said, "Wow, thank you." And then got awkward. You know what? Changed phone numbers.
What's like super funny is like you can literally tell somebody's stance on what, like how they think about COVID, on how they extend a greeting. Like if you stick your hand out and somebody looks at you and it's like elbow bitch, you know, right. You're like, oh, okay, I see where you are. And then somebody puts their hand out to you and you're like, elbow bitch, you know.
Like, I go for the fist bump.
Yeah, I've been fist bumping my butt off all year.
Have you really? I've been elbowing. I'm an elbow guy. Go ahead, Denny.
And like we used to make fun of Howie Mandel. You know Howie Mandel never used to shake hands. Like you know, anybody would come up to him like deal or no deal. He always made like people would come up with like for the awkward handshake, and you would be like, oh nope, fist bump, and we would make fun of him. And now like I find myself doing the exact same thing. You know, somebody wanting to meet me and to go up to shake my hand because I've been having to do that. At work lately. Having to talk to a lot of people, and somebody wanted to come up and shake my hand. I'm like, nope, we're gonna do one of these right here.
It's so weird. It is. At first, it was very awkward. Now, kind of everyone.
Baby.
He was like, "Hey, what do we do? What do I do? I don't know." Blah, blah, blah. And you work with a lot of people, Denny. Over
so it shouldn't be awkward. It's not awkward for me anymore because now COVID-19 has made me think about all the shit that people forget to do with their hygiene, like wash their hands. And
I was just gonna say, I feel bad. Like I'm like, this dirty motherfucker's got to have COVID. I'm not
pulling up to stores like, man, it looked like Corona in there. I don't know about that store.
You walk into a store, you just get the feeling like it's Corona. Like you just want to put sanitizer all over you from head to toe. Go ahead, Gina.
So I live on the south side, and I live over by Broadway and South. So like we have a lot of churches over here that do soup kitchens. So there's a very large homeless population around here during the day. And so I haven't shopped at one of my stores over here in 6 months, you guys. Like I go far, I won't because they don't have the means for hand sanitizer. They don't have masks. So I'm like, I'm just not going into these stores. So I haven't shopped in this local area, and I drove. Toledo driving, the nearest store is like a half a mile away. It's not like it's far. But
you haven't been over to Broadway Food Mart in a while?
No, I haven't went to Broadway Food Mart, and I haven't went. The only thing I've went to my Family Dollar for because I know when they get their truck for toilet paper. God. So if I'm getting low on toilet paper, and by low I mean like 5 things of toilet paper left.
How do you know when they get their trucks for toilet paper?
Southside Family Dollar.
I had to know because when everybody started, I'm too poor to stock up on toilet paper like some of the suburban people. So like I don't have the money to go spend $75 on toilet paper. So I had to find out where I could get the toilet paper because they cleaned everything out the last time. So I found out when Family Dollar got their truck, and that's when I go there and get my normal amount of toilet paper like normal people. But then I found out like later I have like PTSD now from when we couldn't find toilet paper. So now whenever I see my brand, because I'm a brand snob, I buy another thing. So now I have a little bit of a stock. So when that gets low, I start getting like anxiety and I have to go buy another thing of toilet paper.
You bougie. Go ahead, Denny.
I have this app that alerts me like when websites like have PlayStation 5s back in stock, and I try to go grab them before like all the bots get them.
Yeah.
Is there something like that for toilet paper that I'm unaware of? Like, how do you know when it comes?
I have a story. Yeah, I actually have a story where at the beginning of quarantine, when they first like kicked the kids and stuff out of school, I tried to do like the Amazon replenish where they just send me a bunch of toilet paper. So I ended up canceling it like months ago. And then like 2 days ago, like all this toilet paper just shows up at my door, and I check my account and they just decided to just do it like months later. Like I was confused. Like now I don't need it. Like I don't need it now. Like I was just trying to get it before all the other people took all of the toilet paper. I thought I was staying ahead of the game. I didn't even end up using all of that toilet paper, so I canceled it. Now it just shows up at the door, and I'm like, okay, is this a sign of something? Tiefel, did you hand sanitize, by the way? I thought I seen you sanitize.
Yeah, you guys kept talking. It made me have to do it.
Are you alone? Is someone else there?
No, I'm alone. I just have a thing of hand sanitizer.
Why are you wasting hand sanitizer
it's
like that?
Trauma. It must be a trauma
psychosomatic. It was psychosomatic. You guys kept talking about touching hands, and I can't wait till we evolve to the point where the greeting doesn't require physical contact of any kind. Maybe we can normalize salutes or something.
Be careful with that.
Hello.
Don't get canceled, Tiefel.
Salutes. We gotta bring back the salute.
Be careful, guys.
Walking around like John Cena.
Watch it now.
That is also what Demetrius were gonna say.
The salute has never gone anywhere. It's just for people who deserve it. It's not about it. It is
like
not.
this salute,
It isn't
though.
about hey, how you doing? It is. Hey, thank you for your service. I understand that you got shot at a lot, and now you're here fucking with COVID. You know, it's not.
Well, that's why we deserve it. After getting through COVID, we all deserve the salute.
Yes, we all deserve a salute. I love it's awesome. Yeah. So, is there something else? I mean, we do the elbow thing. I don't know, but it'll be nice to get back to like. What do you miss the most? Like for me, I think it's just going to like taking the kids out. Like we don't spending so much time at home and not taking the kids out at all is just it's been rough.
Yeah, concerts and live events for me. Like I love going to concerts and sporting events and you know wrestling shows and things like that. It's just haven't done that in a year.
Yeah. Go ahead, Donny.
It's really been hard. Because I have children too, and then I just have the one girl, and then it's all boys. So that's probably like my biggest conflict, because what I would do was at least once a week try to take my daughter to do something on her own, because this is just a big ass playground pretty much. This living room area that you all see is just like kid off limit, but everything else, it either has some type of crayon drawing on it, snacks or toys, or you know what I'm saying? But it's all pretty much boy-based, because the boys are the ones who leave the stuff all over the house. She's just pretty much confined to her room. So it's been kind of hard for her not to, us to be able just to go out and do certain things. And it's more, it seems like everything got more expensive during COVID too. So
once we get to go ahead, Demetrius.
I'm sorry to say my life hasn't really changed that much. I wouldn't know there was COVID unless I turned the news on. I was like, wow, I guess everybody's staying home, huh?
This is why you raise lazy kids, because then they won't know the difference.
And at least we got to the winter. I mean, because of the winter's there's a lot of hibernation for us anyway, and hopefully once spring hits, that's when the vaccine will come. We can all kind of go out we can all kind of just get out of the house finally, and just enjoy the rest of our lives and just chalk up the last year or so to.
I have a question.
Craziness. Go ahead, Don.
So once they make masks like what do you call it? Like up to you, like a choice. Who is anyone still going to wear one, or is everyone going to drop it? Like, what's your guys' feeling?
You mean once everyone has vaccination? You mean?
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of people that are still going to wear masks. I think for the next
really?
Forever, or for like another couple of years. Like,
go ahead.
I guess it depends on how long it takes to vaccinate 75% of the population, because that's the goal, right?
Yeah. Well, good. Gina,
yeah. So I'm kind of a germaphobe, and I've always been a germaphobe. Like I already had hand sanitizer stocked up before pandemic. So I'm perfectly happy with the mask. I love it. Like I love that nobody's touching each other. I love that when we do actually hug people and break the rules, we face away from each other, so we're not all breathing on each other's faces. So I'll gladly wear a mask. I think it's great. Everybody should wear a mask. Breathing is I keep your face juice in your face. It's gross.
Go ahead, Demetrius.
See, this is the thing that really upsets me about germaphobes. The one fucking time you get it right, the one time, and now all of a sudden, I told you so. I told you. Like, look, your whack ass weird behavior for the past 15 years does not mean that you were prepping for this moment all your life. You've been prepping for any kind of pandemic since the day you were born, and now all of a sudden you're right.
We told you.
It's like when my wife, like, we live in a very safe neighborhood. Like, my neighborhood is super safe, but my wife locks every door. Why? Because one time when she was 12, somebody broke into her house.
Yeah.
Now, she's like, it could happen. One time does not necessarily mean it's going to happen all the time. Right? This is a one-off.
It's a one-off.
Right?
It is that you can't live your life thinking it's going to happen again. Go ahead, Donny P.
I knew there was something that I was missing, and I couldn't think of it. And when Demetrius said germaphobe, it reminded me. I deal with a lot of paper at work, a ton of paperwork all day, all along. It's paperwork. What I can't wait to do, which will probably be about a year from now, if I ever do it, is I can't wait to have a stack of papers in my hand or be at the copy machine going through looking for what I printed, and I can just lick my fingers and just flip through because it's so hard to get through 20 pages without moist fingertips, and I can't do it. Dude, you guys, listen. I had a friend at work that had to stop me in March. He's like, Donnie, stop doing that. I'm like, I can't stop. But I had to. I mean, the Rona was on its way.
You get one of those.
Well,
you get one of those rubber
finger
fingertip things.
I can't wear a finger condom all day.
Yeah, the tip gets soft. You know, it's hard to keep it.
I feel like this is exactly why
I've used
Donny
that
has
excuse
4
before
kids.
too, Donnie.
I was thinking the same thing, Gina. Like, well, doesn't seem like he wants to wear one at all.
Now we know why he's got so many kids.
I never use them.
Doesn't wear regular condoms either.
Yeah. I know, dude. I really can't wait to get back to normal life. I mean, and I think we're finally getting to that point, but it's still ugly right now. I mean, we just had. Wait, I think I have the story. U.S. coronavirus deaths hit record levels with the holidays still ahead. New infections per day have eclipsed 200,000. Remember, we were locking it down back in March or April, whatever it was, and we were having 40,000 a day. We're at 200,000 cases. We're at 2,200 deaths, and we were at a few hundred deaths a day before. So, I mean, it's gotten bad. It's going to continue to get worse. And they say the reason mostly is because family. You want to hang out with family over the holidays, and it's the family that you're not with every single day, and that is the and that's what
Ashley P says, yeah, I've heard that excuse before about Donnie's no condom thing.
Yeah, it was really bad timing because like Andrews is talking about all these deaths and all this stuff.
Right, yeah, I heard that.
There's a 20
insensitive. We had a funny comment.
There's a 20-second delay between live and the broadcast, so that's why the comment comes up 20 seconds later.
Well.
So yeah, let's get through this winter. I mean, we hibernate anyway in the winter, and then hopefully coming up, it's going to be beautiful. All right, Ivory, you got some ratchet astrology for us?
Hell yeah, I do.
Oh
hell yeah, I do. I do.
Ivory's ratchet horoscopes.
All right.
No reference.
So I have a little note for everyone before I kick off into our zodiac sign. So today, Wednesday, the sun, which is your ego, makes a square in the sky against Neptune, which is your imagination. And today is a good day to remove ourselves from the world and unnecessary interaction. Use this time to be gentle to yourself because COVID-19 has already tried us all to hell. Okay, so build yourself up and tap into some creative stuff. Venus, the planet of romance, forms a sextile with power planet Pluto, which may have us feeling inspired to turn up the heat in our relationships. Enjoy this magnetic energy, whether you are single or in a relationship. Enjoy the magnetic energy of drawing people in. Friday, the sun creates a trine with the ambitious Mars. Nothing can hold you from chasing your dreams. So use this planet action to make headway on a passion project or reach out to people who can help you reach your goals. And that is for everyone. So let's get into these zodiac signs. Aries.
Yeah.
Starting with Aries.
Aries, well, that's me.
Yeah, get your house in order, Aries, and optimize your space. If you got family issues, write them down before you bring them to the table. Get a fucking hobby and to boost your spirit and look for inspiration in hidden places. Taurus, are your options feeling a little limited?
What's the matter, Demetrius? Wait, hold on. What's the matter, Demetrius? What's going on?
How am I supposed to find inspiration if it's in a hidden place? What the shit does that mean? If it's hidden, that's like
you gotta go find it.
Like,
find
hey,
and hide. You don't have to find shit that's in the open. Come on now. You know what's up.
Like,
you know what's up.
It's when people say like, "I just found God," and you're like, "Well, why the fuck was he hiding from you in the first place?" So
Not necessarily. I mean, he was God. Look, I can't talk about what God do. God do whatever the hell God want to do. That don't got nothing to do with me. I'm telling you that you probably just, especially saying like you just got to step outside the box and look for inspiration in other places. Like you got shit that probably inspire you. You read books and shit, right? You like art. Maybe it's time to try a different genre of music. Don't make it deeper than what the fuck it is. Anyway.
Okay.
So Taurus, options feeling limited. Try to let yourself heal and look at your situation from a different perspective. You can be your own worst enemy. Look at the bright side and try to be grateful so you can accept your new blessings, Taurus. Gemini, keep track of your finances. I know it's two Geminis living on the inside of you, but y'all got to come together, have a meeting, and get your finances on track, and so you can feel more in control. Quit letting that other twin run all over the place. Set boundaries to protect your energy and don't feel rushed to any decisions. Cancer, the world seems pretty black and white right now. So you putting things, you're compartmentalizing, you're putting shit in boxes and you're figuring shit out. But just because you have a clear new perspective, you still got to be kind to others and give them the benefit of the doubt without being too critical. You don't know what they're going through. So link up with a friend this weekend. You might be ready to ask for something you need. So take the time to practice your sales pitch so you can get out to that bag. Leo, you need to sort out your thoughts, Leo. Today, put getting organized to the side for a day and channel your artistic energy. It's okay if you're unsure of your direction right now. None of us know where the fuck we're going. We are in the 67th month of 2020. We don't know what time it is. Okay, yes, my clock says it's 7 whatever, but it really probably is 5 still in the morning. We don't fucking know. So if you're unsure of your direction right now, think about the journey, not the destination. Go with your gut and follow your instincts, Leo. Virgo, don't be afraid to ask for space. We know you are always relied upon, but you need to recharge or you will burn out. Get strategic about your budget and earning potential. This weekend, focus on connecting with your body and celebrating your desires. Don't be ashamed of your desires, Virgo. You a fucking kink? You like a little BDSM? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just embrace it. Find your community.
Connect with your body. Wear something hot. Wear something.
Yeah,
funny.
you know what
That's
I'm saying?
good.
Connect with your body. Get to it. Anyway, Libra.
Masturbate with the door open.
Hey, whatever. Celebrate being a fucking weirdo. It's 2020. We're going into the age of Aquarius. Let's just get fucking weird while we already go ahead and finish 2020 with a fucking bang, okay? Even if it means literally having to bang someone. Anyway, Libra, check in with yourself. When was the last time you reevaluated your professional goals? Because Libras, they tend to go over things over and over and over again in their fucking head. So we are reevaluating the goals one more time, Libra, to make sure you are sure about your professional goals. Reorganize your priorities. Maybe it's just time for a fucking mental break, Libra. Scorpio, stay focused. Stick to the facts. Don't talk to anyone that tries to separate you from your values. Knock out that to-do list and kick back this weekend. Sagittarius.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, the party animal of the motherfucking group. Sagittarius, are you in need of the change of scenery? Switch things up and clear your mind, connect with the body and mind, like maybe take a walk. So, try to, well, you already took a walk, didn't you? A nice one at the zoo, right?
Yeah, it was a big one.
Yep. Capricorn, ask for what you want. Listen to your heart. Support your career goals. Friday, you will be ready to unwind. So reconnect with loved ones and enjoy each other's company. Only if you've been around them already, because we don't want to catch the Rona, right? Aquarius, ready to conquer your to-do list? Scheduling, reminders, alarms, whatever keeps you from getting distracted, Aquarius, because we know that we get in your head sometimes and we don't know where the hell you are. So just to stay on task, just make sure you notes, scheduling, reminders, whatever the fuck you got to do. Don't get distracted. 2020, we're going out with a bang. You know what's best for you, so stick to your plan. Easy on the be easy on the cash too. Be careful how much cash you're spending and stay sharp. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, Pisces, are you itchy to get started on your next big project, Pisces? Well, make a list of your biggest and boldest ideas. Tiefel, don't show it anyone. Is he gone? Tifel's gone. Okay, well, whatever his biggest and boldest ideas, we just want to make sure that he doesn't show them to anyone. But go ahead and write them down anyway.
Ever. Not
No, just write them down. Just write them down.
No one needs to see
that list. We don't need to see that list. So you may need time to clear your mind today. So switch up your schedule and work independently if possible. You can focus back on helping others Friday. You could be on the brink of an exciting new venture. All right. And that is your Ratchet Astrology Report from your girl, Ivory Star, your favorite back alley astrologer.
I love it. Thank you. There it is. Ivory's Ratchet horoscopes, everybody. All right.
I got Pisces. I got Libra. What you need, bruh?
What you need? I got that. What y'all need? Y'all need birth charts. Y'all need tarot card readings. Y'all need horoscopes. What you need?
Your first reading is free, but the next one's gonna cost you.
Oh yeah. I mean, people are really capitalizing off this thing. I really do it as a hobby. To just to make sure that I'm staying active and reading, because some shit I just don't want to read no more at 30. Like, I don't want to read certain educational shit, so I stay in my astrology books. I mean, I'm tired of reading. Listen, y'all, I'm tired of reading about Black trauma and fucking the New World Order. Like, 2020 has bust everything wide the fuck open. So it's just some shit I just don't want to read anymore. So I just stick to my astrology to keep my mind sharp. Maybe it might be making me fucking nuts, but whatever.
Ivory Star, Donny P, the return of Danny Crumb, Chris Tiefel, for Eastside Southside Gina, Demetrius Nicodemus. I'm Andrew.
You guys.
Have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Come on.